What's up guys, I'm Mark and I'm one of the coaches here at Strength Camp. What I'm going to do today is take you guys through the type of programming that I do for myself and for people that I would train here. The main focus of my training right now is Olympic lifting, so I'm pretty specific about that. It's all I'm really doing at this point, and I am actually preparing for a competition on October 3rd, so I have about a month and a half until that happens, and yeah, I'll take you guys through it right now. Right off the bat, my warm-up usually consists of skipping. I like to do about 100 skips. Usually I'll do a backpack stretch for my neck and shoulder and chest. I'll do a couch stretch or a super couch stretch for my hip flexors, and I also really like to roll out my pec minor, my chest with the lacrosse ball, just because those are areas that I tend to get really tight in my chest, in my neck, and in my hip flexors. So I start off every warm-up with those three things, and then I'm going to move into more stability and more dynamic type warm-ups. So the first one I would do after that is a walking lunge with a twist. I would do that for about 20 yards, Y cuffs, where I'm just trying to work my back a little bit, stretch my chest out at the same time. And then I'll move into more Olympic weightlifting specific mobility drills. I'm gonna do some overhead squats with a PVC pipe or a dowel rod like we have here. And I'll also do some SOTS presses as well for just opening up my chest and working my shoulders a little bit. Another thing I've been working in has been using the crossover symmetry system. So I have a lot of trouble with my shoulder stability, and this is a really great way to activate your shoulders, open up your chest, and just get yourself prepared for any type of overhead work. So I've been using those pretty consistently over the last 2 weeks. So this weightlifting practice I'm going to show you is something I use every single time I'm about to do snatches in my main workout. So if you're going to snatch or go overhead, this is a really great one to do to warm yourself up. Okay, so a big part of Olympic lifting is learning all the positions and making sure that you're strong, stable, and mobile enough to get into those positions. So I always start off my workouts with a three-part position drill. So the first part is just a squatting position, and what I want to do here is keep my elbows back, keep my eyes up, my back flat, and I'm going to hold this for about 10 seconds. Once I finish that one, I'm going to come all the way up to my overhead position. The keys for this one: really keep your shoulders active by trying to pull the bar apart and keep your head through your shoulders. So you don't want to be back here. You want your shoulders right over your ears. The last part of that, or this drill, is going to be a squatting position. So I'm going to squat all the way down, keep pulling that bar apart, keep my core tight, and hold this for 10 seconds. And I'm going to do that 3 times, so 10 seconds each position. And what I like to do is, as I've kind of gone through this program, I've started adding little variations, like I'll try and warm my ankles up in this bottom position. Once I get to the top, try and stretch my shoulders a little bit, come side to side a little bit. And then in the bottom, same kind of thing. I'll bounce around a little bit, just try and work my hips around a little. And I just use these as a way to work on my mobility and my comfortability in each position. Another main thing that you want to keep in mind when you do start Olympic lifting is you don't want to just slap weight on the bar right away and try and go heavy. Technique and practice is a huge part of it. So before I do any snatch related lifts, what I'm going to do is my technique work before that. So that consists of muscle snatches, which are as follows. I'm going to do 3 of those, and then I'm going to do a power snatch. So after I do my power snatches, I'm gonna do a power snatch plus an overhead squat. Every single lift on these, I'm just trying to get a good bottom position and focus on my bar path and make sure my feet are moving properly. Footwork is a big part of it, so this is where you can practice that. You'll probably notice I take breaks in between each of these. The reason being is that these for me tend to be pretty tiring, and what we're trying to work on here is practice, technique. And it's hard to work on your technique when you're tired. So I usually take maybe 15-20 seconds in between each set of these just to make sure that I'm fresh and I'm focusing on clean movements. So the next one I'm gonna do is just a full snatch with the bar, focusing on, once again, that good start position, good bar path, and full extension. Now when I'm gonna do cleans or clean and jerk in a workout, I'm gonna obviously want to do a more specific warm up for that. So I'll show you guys that right now. It's very similar. We're gonna run through positions, and we're also gonna run through full movements with the bar. It's going to be very similar to the snatch. I'm gonna have my elbows back, I'm gonna have my eyes up, and I'm gonna have my back flat. So I'm gonna hold this one here for 10 seconds, just get comfortable down here. You can kind of shift from ankle to ankle, warming those up. The next one is gonna be my front rack position. So the key for this one, I'm gonna try and keep my elbows up, okay? I'm gonna try and keep my chin tucked, my butt squeezed, and my core tight. I'm gonna hold this one for 10 seconds. Once I finish that, I'm gonna come all the way down to a front squat position. So once again, elbows stay up. That bar is sitting on the shelf that my shoulders create. And I'm gonna hold this one for 10 seconds as well. So I'm gonna run through that one 3 times, just like the snatches. This one's really, really important before you do a clean or clean and jerk, just to get that front rack position locked in and to make sure you're ready to jerk. So just like the snatch progressions, I'm gonna run you guys through some clean progressions you can do. The first one's just gonna be a muscle clean. So starting from that bottom position again, I'm gonna come up, pop that bar to my shoulders, get my elbows under really quick. I'll show you guys that one again from here. Elbows back, eyes up, elbows through very quickly. The next one's gonna be a power clean, so same kind of thing. I'm just gonna, once I extend, I'm gonna sit back down again. So from here, catch the bar, show you guys that one more time. Okay. Next one's gonna be a power clean plus a front squat. So I'm gonna get set, and then squat down all the way. Okay, so once again, get set. Last one I'm gonna do is just a full clean from that bottom position. So from here, one more time. So I started Olympic lifting about 5 months ago now, and in that time I tried to start on my own, just picking random programs off the internet, doing stuff from my own knowledge, but I just found I was never making any progress. So I got my programming done for me. I have coaches who I work with and other lifters who I work with as well, just to create a really specific program for me and to make sure that I'm able to be my best at lifting. So what I've done for you guys is I wrote you up 5 days worth of programming. It's gonna be more focused on the snatch, but what you'll notice is there's gonna be an overhead squat involved, there'll be a front squat involved, there will be a back squat involved, and we'll do a lot of different variations of this snatch and the clean and jerk. So only on the last day will we do the full movements. The rest of the time will be spent working on the positions, working from different heights, and making sure that you guys, if you do choose to try it, have have a good solid base before you go for a full lift. So I'm gonna walk you guys through that now, and should be good. So day one is going to be, it's gonna be very basic. We're gonna go overhead squat. We're gonna work up to a 4-rep max. The big thing for this one is going to be tempo. So the tempo is gonna be 2 seconds down, 4 seconds in your bottom position. You're gonna explode up, hold it overhead for 1 second, and then go back down again. So 2 seconds down, 4-second hold, explode up, and pause for a second at the top. What that's gonna do for you guys is really build stability in the bottom position, build up your confidence there, and make sure that you have the basics down. So the next thing we're gonna do is 2 snatch pulls plus a power snatch. So that's another one that's just gonna work on the basics, learning your pull, getting full extension, and then working to 1 power snatch. We're gonna do 3 sets of 3 at that. The next one I'm gonna do with you guys is gonna be a hang power clean plus a hang clean plus 2 front squats. So you'll notice we're not doing any full movements yet. We're doing from the hang position to the power position. So this one's gonna build up your positioning, your technique, and it's also gonna work on your strength with those 2 front squats. And then the last thing is just gonna be basic strength. We're gonna do a back squat. We're gonna build up to a 2-rep max. Plus we're gonna do some extra drop sets of 5 reps at around 75–80%. Day 2, so day 2, we're gonna be doing some more position work. We're gonna do a 3-part pausing snatch pull. So we're gonna pause about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. We're gonna pause at our knees. We're gonna pause at the just above your knees, and then you're gonna do a full pull. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 5 at that. That's gonna force you guys to keep the weight light, focus on your technique, and learn the positions as you go. Next one we're gonna do is just a straight hang power snatch. So similar to what we did the day before, but all we're doing is 5 sets of 2 from the hang position. After that, we're going to do a barbell shoulder press. We're gonna build to a 3-rep max. What I want you guys to do is hold that at the top for 3 seconds and lower it in 3 seconds as well. So you're gonna drive it up as hard as you can, hold it at the top for 3 seconds, and then lower it in 3 seconds. So build up to a 3-rep max on that. After that, we'll just run through a quick little circuit. We're gonna do ring pull-ups, then dumbbell neutral press, and then hollow holds. So we're gonna do those back to back with about 20–30 seconds in between, 3 sets of each of those. Day 3. So day 3, we're gonna do some overhead work with your snatch. We're gonna do a snatch balance plus a hang snatch. So the snatch balance is gonna get you guys used to dropping under heavy weights. And the hang snatch, once again, working from that hang position just to make sure you guys get that drilled in. Next, we're gonna do a snatch from the blocks, which is similar to a hang snatch. The blocks are gonna be set up so the bar is just above your knee. So what we're working on here is getting that full extension, really being powerful from that higher position. After that, we're gonna do a power clean plus a power jerk. So this week you'll notice we're not doing a split jerk. It is important to get in technique with your split jerk, but at this point, I just want you guys working on your power jerk just to make sure that we're learning how to fully extend the hips, we're learning how to get under the bar really quickly, and I find the power jerk is an easy way to start off with getting the bar overhead. After that, we're gonna do a front squat. We're gonna build to a 1-rep max. The only thing is, we're gonna be doing a 5-second pause in the bottom. So you're gonna come down in a second, pause at the bottom for 5 seconds, and then try and power your way out of that. So build to a 1-rep max. It's more gonna be a technical 1-rep max, so I want perfect form on these. I don't wanna be rounding over or losing my positioning. After that, we'll just do some simple core work. It's gonna be an L-sit hold for 30 seconds, 3 times. And if you do have to accumulate that time and take breaks in between, that's cool too. Day 4, we're gonna start with a snatch high pull. So we're gonna give you guys a little bit of rest from going overhead. This will be a bit of a lighter day. So we'll do our snatch high pulls, 10 sets of 2. We'll do a 3-part pausing power clean, just like we did with the snatch the other day. Pause 1 inch off the ground at the knees. at the power position, and then you'll do a clean, or a power clean rather. 6 sets of 2 of that. After that, we'll do some more general physical preparedness type stuff. It's gonna be farmer's carry, 4 sets, right into a seated lat pull down for 4 sets, and then into a bear crawl for 4 sets. What that is really great for is just making sure that you guys are building really strong, stable bodies, and we're not overusing the Olympic lifting movements. The last day, you guys can kind of go a little bit crazy. We're gonna do a snatch, a full snatch from the ground, 5 sets of 2. So you'll work up to a fairly heavy set of 2. Next, we'll do a clean and jerk, 10 sets of 1. Once again, building to a technical max, so we'll do a clean plus a power jerk on those. And then we'll do a front squat, build yourself to a technical 1 rep max, no hold in the bottom. You're just gonna go down and up and try and hit a heavy weight there. And then we're gonna do some more dynamic stuff. So box jumps, we'll do box jumps, 10 sets of 1 to finish that off. So that was a full week of training. I took you guys through the position drills I do, I took you guys through the technique work that I do, and I put together a whole week of training for someone who is, I'd say, an intermediate lifter. I tried to keep it simple and let you guys experience a full range of different position drills and different movements from all sorts of positions, like I said. So what I would recommend if you are interested in getting into Olympic lifting is if you can find a coach in your area, that's probably the best thing to do. If you can watch a ton of videos online or find a program that you can follow online that offers coaching as well, that's another great thing to do. If not, just start light, really drill those techniques, really drill those positions, get comfortable in all of them, and just keep working at it. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of time, but I believe in all of you.